The students that we're working with today are out of the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment. The Special Forces community made up 3% of the big Army, but they were responsible for 20% of the motorcycle fatalities every year. We were actually losing more soldiers from the community to motorcycles than we were to bad guys in the war zone. Part of the reason for that is they're riding their motorcycles, they're very proficient on their motorcycles, they deploy for 6 or 8 months, they come back, they jump on their motorcycle thinking they're going to pick up right where they left off, and they take off and they don't realize that riding a motorcycle is a perishable skill. That it's something that you have to keep refreshing and have to keep practicing and training, otherwise you get rusty. With these guys, with all the training and the money that is spent on them, for them to become injured and not be able to perform at the high level that they're required to perform at, not only is that a loss of funding and time and training, we still have to find someone to replace them. So that means we've actually had to train 2 people to fill that one spot. The military had a mentorship program in place for a while. It just wasn't very effective. It wasn't being funded, wasn't being supported. There was no training involved. It was just, you're a senior rider in the unit, you're responsible to make sure that these other guys don't die. With all the higher rate of fatalities in the unit, they decided that they needed additional training. So what this class that we're teaching to these guys does is make them better mentors and coaches, so that when they have these younger riders that are coming up to them and asking questions and wanting information, we're making sure that they're giving them factual information and not perpetuating myths that have been passed on and some of the things that people believe to be true that actually aren't. One of the big differences between this class and being able to work with the military is we can actually take them out on an open road. The advantage to being able to actually take them out on public roads is we get practical applications of all the skills we've been working on in the parking lot. Statistically, what we found is most of the motorcyclists that are dying in corners. They come in too fast, they don't know where the road goes, it surprises them, they stand the bike up, they run off the road, or they run into oncoming traffic or hit some other type of fixed obstacle, which never ends well. So what we focus on with this class is being able to recognize early on where the road is going, what kind of traction is available, and what is a better line to take through the corner, and taking more than one corner at a time. Not only are we giving them techniques to use, we're telling them why the techniques work, what effect it has on the bike, and how the bike actually functions. The program was started based on accident reports that came out from fiscal year 2009. The program itself was instituted in 2010, and by 2012, we had our first year with 0 fatalities throughout the Special Forces Command. Obviously still accidents, but nobody died, which is a big win for us, especially considering that these guys used to make up 20% of the Army's total fatalities.